What we have before us in this 13th file by the Mancharians is a very important truth to which I wish everyone to pay attention to. It is taken from the question and answer book The Mancharians' Newest Civilization. The issues here are, there cannot be good without the bad, the nature of our personal responsibility for the mess this world is in, our thoughts permeate the universe all the time where others become affected by them. And how can we safeguard our own soul's doorstep and not participate in spreading evil? All sessions were recorded in 1995 in Tempe, Arizona. We offer these audio files as a free gift under the Creative Fair Use copyright rules. The text in spoken words may therefore be freely copied, distributed, and stored in any electronic format, provided no text is altered and the author's names are not removed from quotations of any length. All commercial copyrights are reserved by the publisher. Director: some entities channel material of a rather negative essence concerning our government as well as world affairs, including catastrophic events which supposedly are to occur at the end of this age. Should we not focus instead upon positive thoughts and influences in order to try to avert catastrophe and help those who do the nations an injustice, and help raise their consciousnesses into the light, to help them to join with us in redeeming this planet, before it is too late? What do you think? Mancharians, what do we think here is neither here nor there. All is relevant with its counterpart of being irrelevant. You cannot, as we have said, have the good without the bad. Shifting consciousnesses onto positive behavior and reactions is always commendable and will help indeed with the progression of one's soul. The only danger here is, if you leave your abyss to somebody else, you may find yourself reaping great karma. For what is before thine physical eyes is a beholden fact before the universes. You must understand here, and must tell your people, that good and evil reign side by side on lower planetary reform centers. This is your school for learning. There are both sides. And to negate to learn of the evil and to feel its essence will keep you from feeling the full extent of the joy. This is not to say, and here we must elaborate a portion, this is not to say that we should put a strict focus on those of negative causes. An awareness is not altogether sufficient, because burying your heads in sand like sand ducks really blinds your eyes and gets your snoot full of sand. We have come to realize that the nastiness of nature will one day be as solid as gold in truth form, whether it be of the negative substance or the positive. The only differences you have on the lower dimensions is the evil or negative aspect of yourselves. It's not put behind a veil or a glass casing. Instead of viewing it from the other side of the curtain, it is joined with you and permeates among you. The best thing we would suggest in this case, is to again connect yourselves within yourselves. Everybody must face their abyss. And some may not be ready to deal with the negative aspects and truth of themselves. Be honest, but first realize what honesty is. Honesty simply is your intuition's reactions. And here, what do you do with them? And truth comes as the same formula. If you are given truth and do not like the sound of it, then what again do you do about it? You could lie to yourself and others, and this would be most normal at your point in evolutionary process. This is one thing an aptitude you must overcome. You must come face to face, each one of you, with your own negativity, and do not think for one moment, it does not permeate without the earth. Every thought you have put out is still out there working in its dualities. So each one has got to take responsibility for what is going on in the negative realm. For since the day of physical birth, you have sheltered yourself from the goodness and put out how many times in rationalities the anger and the anguish and the frustration and the negative, as you term it, only qualities. And since that time they have permeated throughout the earth, throughout the atmosphere, throughout the galaxies, affecting each and every one. For every thought put out performs a duality, which performs and collects other dualities, much like iron shavings to magnets. So do never say, that you are not responsible for negative aspects on your planet and in the universes. You are all operating like gases, using your minds and your thoughts. You cannot hide from truth. But we do commend each one for their upward growth. Look after yourself first. And here, if you think we are altering that concept of yours which says put yourself last, your neighbor first, we would say unto you, Just remember this: if you cannot work within yourself to understand and connect yourselves, such as a doctor would be asked to connect arms to the body and the legs to the body. For if you do not have arms, how can you reach out and touch another? If you do not have legs to run, how could you run and gossip? Or better yet, tell the truth? Bring the truth to people. Without your head and your eyes connected, how could you see spiritual realms through your nothingness of darkness, as you put it? Do you understand? This concept is very interesting for your people in order to stretch their minds. They must not rule out the possibility that they, too, have been and are ongoing the cause for strivings throughout the earth. But this is good, that they connect with themselves so they can begin working. Proceed please. Director, end of file 13. Our presence on internet is freeearthsystem.net. As well as starshipfederation.atspace.co.uk. My presence on Facebook is facebook.com/Sentana-Ries. It is our intent to present to you listeners the words of the Mancharians from the book The Mancharians' Newest Civilization in audio segments of approximately 5 to 9 minutes in length. Happy listening.